Alright guys, so had a blowout last week during the week. It was nighttime, so I didn't really get a good video, but here's the damage. So I probably jinxed myself by saying upgrade your tires in one of my videos to 14 plus ply tires, but I don't think this is because of, you know, a nail or something I picked up on the way. I'm guessing, you know, I made a mistake and didn't check the tires before I left. I'm guessing that there's probably a leak in the tire before, and it's just went flat, and I was driving around on it with a full load, and this is what happened. So I didn't have a chance to do a video, but I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips on changing tire. One thing is always have this kit or a tire kit in your truck. This has saved my butt many times. I mean, you hear a leak. I mean, I get out, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you hear the leak and you can actually fix it right then and there. And I have in the field multiple times caught it before it was too late, plugged my tire, and was able to get back. I did have a spare. My spare is one of my original tires actually. So I'm gonna actually change that out. I bought a couple more 14 ply. These are just cheap 14 ply tires. They've done well for me. I mean, I've loaded this trailer up. These are just straight off of eBay, Amazon. They're probably a Chinese tire, Grem Max. But they've done well for me. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is this is just an old tire machine. I mean, living on a farm, go through a lot of tires, whether it's, you know, hay wagon tires or trailer tires. I don't need to balance them. You know, I might have a little vibration, but rarely am I taking my dump trailer down the freeway for miles. Typically it's just back roads. I do my truck tires or something, but you know, I do take them in to get balanced because that'll be annoying. But I can do tires. You know, this is just an old one. I would highly recommend getting one. You can get them for like a newer one for like $1,500 or less. This thing, I've been dealing with this since I was a kid. My dad had this in his shop. I mean, they hold up forever. It's kind of, you know, it does its job. It pops the bead off and it helps me get the tire off. I don't have to be working it and fighting myself trying to get the damn tire off with tire irons and stuff like that. But I'll show you guys how it works a little bit. It is loud, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me when I'm doing it, when the air compressor pops on. But I'll show you how it pops the bead off and everything like that. So I will be right back. All right, so first thing you want to do is just get your little tire stem tool, and you got to take the air out of tires. So if you've ever changed a tire, it'll be pretty simple to understand that. And the little stem comes out. You got to pull this out. You don't just let the air out, because if you don't pull this out, when you press down on it, it's just going to fight you. So on this one, and every one's a little different. The newer ones are definitely different. They're a little easier to work with. But this one has got this bar. This bar raises up and down, and it breaks the bead. It's one of the hardest parts of the tire change. But you hit pedal. basically all you got to do is your tire's off on one side. I got to do it on the other side. Let's see if I can show you. Tire's off on one side. Now I'm just going to take this, put it on the other side, pop the tire right off, and that's it. Took a little bit of work and it is cold out. The tires are harder, but that's pretty much it. I will show you how I put it back on here in a second. Let me take this all the way off. All right, so I got the tire off. Just popped off pretty easy. I was battling it a little bit. One thing I do want to talk about a little bit is this stuff. So this is, let's see if you see it, bead sealer. This stuff, you know, wish I would have knew about it when I was younger. I don't know if they had it, but my brother showed me this maybe 5 years ago, and this stuff is killer. So it kind of, I don't know, lubes it up so that the tire pops on a little easier, but it also helps seal the bead. These are tubeless tires. So I have this metal sandpaper. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like sandpaper. It's made for sanding metal a little bit. So when you take these tires off, you might create a little lip or something. You just want to check the bead and make sure there's nothing big. You can take a wire brush to it. In some cases, if it's real bad, like the tire that blew out, you know, you might have to take a fine grinder to it or something just to smooth everything out so you don't have leaks around the bead. But I'm going to pop the other tire back on. I'll be right back, and I'll show you a little bit of that. All right, so the first one, this first side, you just kind of push on. So I do put this bead sealer all around here. And again, everything's a little harder when it's cold out. So it's about 35 degrees out. So we'll see how this goes. These are heavier tires. I mean, the more ply you got, the more difficult it's going to be. But first side, you just got to press on. And then this tool does help put it back on too. So there's two ends to this. One end, this takes it off. This end, it puts it back on. So put most of it back on. And you hit the button. Again, as you can see, these heavy-duty tires are not easy. Some of the lighter ply tires, you do truck tires, even those wagon tires, they're a lot easier. Next is just setting the bead. Setting the bead, I mean, that's a pain. Unless, let's see where I got it. You got the right tools for it. So this thing helps set the bead. So I'll show you how that works here in a second. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got this tool here. This thing snaps onto the air inlet on the tire. So it gives constant air. So as you guys can see, it's hitting it. Oh, I don't even need the bead setter. Look at that. That never works. But again, it would not do this without that stuff I put on there. So this is the big part of it. All right, so got the tire on. Did it live, so you guys see the struggles sometime, even with the tire machine. But the one thing you do want, another tool that's important, is just soapy water. So when you're done, you want to spray down the, let's see here, spray down the bead just to make sure you don't have any leaks, and the stem, because that would suck. Put a brand new tire on and you got a leak and you blow that tire out. So I just throw that on there. Make sure you bring it up to pressure. These are 110 PSI. It's always stamped in the side, so it's pretty self-explanatory. If you've ever dealt with tires before, I'm sure all you guys have. But put the correct pressure in it. Check the bead, both sides. See if there's any bubbles. Soapy water is simple enough. And then, check the other side. And it looks like we're good. So that's one. I got to do another one. I got to do this one. This one's going to hurt a little bit. It's got wires and everything else sticking out, so getting that one off. Sometimes a Sawzall might work better than taking it off properly, but that's what you're going to do. But let me know if you guys got any questions. The struggle's real sometimes, but either way, it probably took maybe a half hour to do the first one. It'll be quicker on the second one. I haven't used this for a year, so got to get back in the swing of things a little bit. Summertime's coming, hay season's coming, and a lot more tires will be changed, I'm sure. So please like and subscribe. Leave any comments in the comment section, and